We're into the September month here.
And we're hunting today, but we don't have Matthews in our hand. We're ready to rock and roll.
Because a cold front in September is a recipe for success.
But look out when we come walking in here, get ready for the season. It's been a good day. Can't wait for that opener. You know, we're here in early September, and there's seasons that are opening up out west and some here down in the southeast. And there's folks out hunting, and we're hunting today, but we don't have Matthews in our hand. So we're going to do some final things with cameras, set up some scrape trees, put in some areas, go on and mow under some scrapes that we know are going to be good during the season, and mow some access trails, a variety of different things as we prepare for that season so that when we get here, we're ready to rock and roll. So we are hunting today, we just don't have a bow. So it's these little steps that help us kill them whenever the season starts. Too bad. That looks great. Planted this probably 3 weeks ago, and it has not rained on it. That's just from moisture that was in the ground, and we need a rain badly. We caught about 1/10 of an inch, and that was it. I'm gonna throw a camera up right there across that corner. That'll be killer. This bottom field, putting up some cameras, and while we're here, we're going to add this scrape tree. We use a nice shingle oak or pin oak for our scrape trees. Seem to hold the leaves the best, and they hit them the best. Yeah, this stage is set now, I'm telling you. Look at that green field coming on.
Should be good.
We got 2 weeks until the season starts. We put a scrape tree out. We put 3 different stealths on different parts of this field because they'll come from either the north or the west, and then one's on the gap as well. So I think we got her loaded up. But look out when we come walking in here. Get ready for the season. This is a honey hole. We swap things around as well. Clover on the north end, and we put radishes on the west end. This spot's generally very, very good. We killed 2 bucks down in this hole 2 years ago. Perry killed a big 8. Okay, he's coming. Get ready. Get ready. I'm all over it. Stop me when you want. Smoked him, didn't you? Look good. Look at it. Didn't go far. Closer up. Then I was lucky enough to kill a buck that Darren and I were in here after in late October. Bat. A little high, but I got him. Good blood, good blood. I believe we just got him. I hit him high. I don't know how I hit him that high. I was just nervous, plain and simple. Whew. Oh. There was a lot of blood. I don't know if you caught that bloody moment. I caught it. I think we just killed our target, baby. That's a big Missouri deer, and I mean, he read the script there. He did. Well, I talked about hunting that we're doing today. Well, all winter and on into the summer, I've been hunting through all of last year's cards, whether it be Missouri or Iowa. I keep files on every farm and every buck. And one thing I know for sure, as of late January, there were 3 different mature bucks that I still had pictures of from this farm, and another nice 4-year-old. So this particular farm is 240 acres. We're surrounded by a variety of different neighbors that all hit it pretty hard, but somehow they slipped through Missouri rifle season and they were still alive the latter part of January. So I'm now putting files together on those bucks and making a plan for this coming season based on weather, wind, and the phase that we're in. So I'll watch DeerCast very closely, but I feel really strongly about this spot and one other where these bucks like to use this particular 240 acres. And those 2 spots are my 2 favorite to hunt it on during the early part of the season because the access is locked, the wind is locked, and through time as you hunt a farm, you start to learn where the best spots are and what conditions you need to succeed there and what conditions you need to be able to get in clean and get out clean.
Razor sharp 4K images and videos. Live view real-time streaming directly to your phone. This is pro-level scouting. The Spectre 4K from Stealth Cam.
We're into the September month here, and we haven't had a good rain in probably 20 to 30 days, so it's pretty dry here in southern Iowa, northern Missouri. I think those spots around water are going to bring us some luck this fall. We had plenty of rain in those earlier summer months in June and July, even into the first part of August, and then it just shut off. So it filled up all of our water holes, so those water holes are going to be a great attraction come fall.
Man, look at that.
Looks good.
That is architecture at its finest in a spot with a history. We've got big clover out there, probably 4 or 5 acres of it, and then a radish field right here close to this pinch point. Muddy blind right there for a south-southeast wind, and then a giant, what used to be tillable is now alfalfa behind us. So, you know, if they do like they've done in the past, and the pictures, we've got a stealth sitting here. The pictures show there's 2 or 3 different shooters using this gap. They haven't been very daylight yet though, but that can change as we get into September here. So we're gonna put up a couple more cameras and mow the tops of this clover off, and then start carrying a bow when we hunt when September 15 rolls around. Those guys that work out, Wade, Perry, Forrest, they don't have the benefit of these camera holders. You earn that. So anybody that's in there, mid 40s, late 40s, 50s, late 50s, 60s, that's what it's there for. Hold that camera nice and soft, won't break the camera, holds it in place. Works like a charm. This is a Deceptor. I've got a Spectre 4K and a new revolver, and also I've got some Deceptor Maxes. But what I've learned with any of their cameras, when you set them up with a 5,000 solar panel and 1 set of batteries, you generally don't get into the battery power. The batteries are there as a backup in case you get into a cloudy period where that solar's not topping off daily. But if you could get that solar pointed to the west-southwest, or just where it gets 2, 3, 4 hours of sun a day, it'll power that camera almost indefinitely. Another little tip when it comes to camera placement, you always want to point that camera towards the north, northeast, northwest, or perhaps south, southeast, not much beyond south to southwest, because if you point one west or east, you can just about bet you're going to have some washout with your pictures. You know, those 2 prime movement times, last hour of light, first hour of light. So if you can, at all possible, avoid a due west or a due east.
There's a variety of different places that you could put out cameras in the early season. Our #1 spot would probably be a water hole or a green food source. Once we get into the September dates, we'll put some cameras on scrapes. Right now, as we're putting these cameras out, the scrapes are already opening up. It's early September, these scrapes are opening up, the bucks are losing their velvet, and they're starting to build a little bit more testosterone, scraping, rubbing, so that time of year is right in front of us.
So, in a lot of our setups, you'll see us close to a bedroom over a food source, whether that be soybeans, clover, radishes in this case with a little cereal grain mixed in. And we try to get somewhere where they'll daylight of an afternoon, and then sometimes we put structure out in front that might get you a shot. It doesn't work every time, but these scrape trees have been the best thing we found. I like to put them right about 20 yards. The limb that I anticipate them scraping under, I have it at such a position where they'll give you a broadside to quartering away shot. And we've had good luck. And sometimes it's not the target that comes and scrapes on it, but other deer in the plot come in and around and mess around, and then that buck will come run other bucks off, or he'll come check a doe that's already at the scrape tree. So I think structure at a good distance for you is a smart move. Let's go get him. Boy, look at this pretty clover field behind me, and you see some raindrops falling, which we really need it, man. We've been dry the last 30 days, and we're in here today putting some stealths out and doing a lot of different stuff. So you think, well, how do you manage the intrusion? Well, we're well ahead of the season, 2 weeks ahead of that opener in Missouri. So we're gonna let the cell chems do their business. We've put scrape trees out, cut in access trails, blinds are ready to go. We can literally get out of here, let the stealths continue their scouting, and tell us where the best place to be is come the opening day. Based on the pictures I've already received, I've got some ideas. It'll depend on weather and wind choice, but overall, we're gonna minimize intrusion from now to the start of the season. And in general, we try to minimize that intrusion. A lot of these farms are small, so there's a lot of pressure around them, and we try to minimize how much pressure goes on inside. Days like this, hard to not intrude. You got to go do your work and get the cameras going and scrape trees, etc. Then we'll be in the right position, the right time come season. But it's been a good day. We divided and conquered. Wade and Perry went one way, I went a different way, and we got a bunch of cameras put out. So it's been a good day. Can't wait for that opener.
Well, hopefully all that information and tips will lead you to a successful fall this year. Deer season's right around the corner, just a couple weeks away. I'm actually about to go catch a flight here in a couple hours to head west, get after them elk. I think the guys in northern Missouri are gonna have some great luck. The temperatures are nice and cool today. They're gonna warm up next week, and then hopefully we'll get another cold front in the first part of the season, because a cold front in September is a recipe for success. So get out there in the stand, good luck this fall, and stay safe.
We're adding new videos every week, so make sure to click that subscribe button and check out all of our amazing content. This episode of DoD TV was brought to you by Leupold.